check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I'll keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination I used to see. It felt so real, but now I plead, just take the deal. I promised you a contract, I promised you. Yeah, huh?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Indianapolis Colts. A good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. And off we go from downtown Indy. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take on the ground for the first time. Here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he finds some space after a gain of 7 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll look to throw. He finds his tight end. That's Brenton Strange. The first round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Taylor. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Open man, his tight end, Strange. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now, faking the give. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And That'll bring up second down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Open right side. That strains the tight end. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
16 yards.
That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Taylor. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
The tackle made is a 6-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They go right back to Taylor. And he'll get nothing here. So back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
They'll throw here on third and short under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. Terrell Bernard. He sends it dropping for a sack, and that will bring up fourth down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Colts are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. And I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. Big-time play there for Buffalo. That goes for 58. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. And he will score! James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills move out to a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Back to the air once more on second down. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Complete to Alvin Kamara. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start. But he picks up the first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Tackle made right at midfield. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go again here with Kelly. He's able to get away from one man. Reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. They get an even 20 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
Every staff in the league that understands that we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to render those mistakes.
And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
Brings up 2nd.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
High-headed defender draped all over. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple of plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
All I know is go and get this damn bread. Don't go against the grain, they taking off the damn heads. I'm running up this door, I almost broke my damn leg. Got her broke, they damn weird.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
2 yards.
1 quarter in the books.
It's 2nd and
7-3 is our score. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Good work. The defender bodied his man up, wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. Open man is Besh. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate all to the punt team. 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Allen. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call?
James Cook down the sideline, inside the 25. And he will go all the way. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. Extra point drop by Bass. His kick is good. And the Bills extend their advantage to 14-3. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where he'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Back to throw. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
3rd and 11. They'll throw out of the gun, completing this one to down. Seems to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this 1st down.
He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And while everyone's going to focus on the play downfield, this touchdown, Mike, it ultimately occurs because of the protection up front. They do a great job picking up the blitz, and with those extra few seconds, that's all the time he needs. Finds his man streaking downfield, open, with great awareness, meets great scheme. All you need is great execution.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
We go from Larry inside, they're ready to grab them. They get to the front. I want the money, the cash, the moolah, the bag, the currency stacking each up. We want the freedom to live.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Bishop. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
Finding room to the 20. And he's into the end zone yet again. James Cook, touchdown, Bill. His big game continues. His 3rd touchdown in this one. Numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the year. Pass's kick is good. And the Bills stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. A return now from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
here to begin the drive. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And it'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a first down.
12 yards.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He'll work forward for a couple. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle.
A gain of 2.
From the 44-yard line. Here's second and 8.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll run here with Caleb. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. He gets this one complete to Pittman. It's a pickup of 14, and the decision to go for it pays off.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you've got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Brenton Strange was his intended target.
3-yard line.
It's second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half.
And he's into the end zone. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Now, a two-point conversion attempt coming.
The Colts will line up for the two-point conversion.
Now they'll set up to throw.
The
Oh,
attempt
he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
well now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard. 3rd down, 3 to go.
And it's
Allen going to throw. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Bills 1st down.
That's good for a Bills 1st down.
They'll run the toss with Cook. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of the 1st down. A pickup of 9. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the Colts,
They'll go play action here with Allen. He's looking deep for Shakir. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 6.
Allen's pass intercepted.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
He'll look to throw. That is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard.
Touchdown, Bills.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Mike, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Tyler Bass to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open right side. That's Strange, the tight end. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
That's good.
Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield, it's Pittman. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout. The clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. 5 times a Pro Bowler, that Joey Bosa in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year.
Second and 19. At the Bills' 30.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Throw it here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a best play. I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and 1. It was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. On 1st down, it's Allen. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest game.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he's going to be out of bounds. 000 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the 1st half. Very one-sided 1st half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. Going to give it to Cook. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
on play action, Allen going up top. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side of up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. Going to be 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Taken down by Dane Belton. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
He'll drop the throw. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. They pick up 17 through the air. 1st down, Indianapolis.
At the 15-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
In the red zone now. He'll drop the throw.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On the ground, it's Taylor. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. This is caught for a touchdown. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see if this one holds up. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10. It's Cook. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Allen. To the left side, into the hands of Beck. And And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. Big-time play there for Buffalo. 35 yards.
31-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Cook. He'll take this down inside the 30. Julian Blackman comes up from the safety spot to bring him down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second
and 7.
At the 29-yard line.
From the gun, here is Allen. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a first down.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Hook. Will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
24-yard line.
Now, faking the give. He'll take a deep shot for down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day. Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
And on third down, that's all incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. Open man left side, he's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on fourth down.
49-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it. It's a matchup play. Just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion. I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll throw out of the gun. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the third quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
They'll run right here with Cook. And a short pickup, too, about the 42-yard.
Charvarius Ward on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Allen. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Blackman.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Pass right side to Downs. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he will get into the end zone. 3rd down. Touchdown, Colts.
This kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure, and when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity, and quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup. good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
Now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Cook. Room to run past midfield. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills will extend this third quarter lead.
21. Tyler Bass to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
24-yard line.
Like young and some about my business. Yeah, they know what's up. Cause I never gave up. All I know is going get this damn bread. Don't go against the grain, they taking off your damn head. I'm running up this door, I almost broke my damn leg. Out here broke, they damn nerd. Them little mama betters, but they diamonds.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
24-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
You gotta go if you play or you troll. Freshest on the globe. Got trying to snatch out my soul. Running back pockets on swole. Young, got a whole lot of some goals. Money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich of these, bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. I'm just chilling with the fellas.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
I'm a blue devil. I ain't hustling grip. I'm nothing like them. I put paper over clips. I used to want to end. Now I got Sam.
Gotta be kidding me. Get your eyes checked. Watching the same game? Lousy call. You see the replay? Got it. Watching the same game? Are you looking at it?
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming.
You know what you're working with. Teamwork, baby. That's right. Teamwork. One more time.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's taken in, and he is going to have a first down. Big letdown defensively. They allow him to convert on 4th and long.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Again, they target Pittman. He's got another catch. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
And he's in! Jonathan Taylor, touchdown, Indy. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with a touchdown, right?
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The offense staying put. They will go for 2.
The Colts will.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is knocked away. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense. The drive for 2 is unsuccessful.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the carry, it's Cook. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
To throw is Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Allen to his tight end Kincaid, and the Bills have a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down, they need 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Play action. It's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Buffalo.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback.
The pressure is too much, and he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And that is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Third and long. On play action, Allen. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Jack Best that time. And now it's 4th down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame him.
He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted, but let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 17 yards on that connection. 1st down, Indianapolis.
At the 42-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown?
That's over the middle and intercepted. The Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
At this point, they're just trying to make something positive happen here late in the 4th quarter. This secondary blanketed the entire field, and the ball ends up falling into the wrong arms.
Run with Cook. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. It brings up 2nd.
Once again, it's Cook. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Bills 1st down.
A carry for Cook. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. When it's brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Take the handoff, and now it's Allen. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Allen. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Bills. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the extra point. It is blocked. A big hole. Inside the 40. To the 20. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
That's good for a Colts.
He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one a first down. Throwing now from the gun. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot. I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. It does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6.
No, off.
On second down, Cook, he is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. 3rd and 9. To the air is Allen. And that is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. Here we go on 4th down. It's Allen. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. And they will finally let him down. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards.
And at this point in the game, trailing by this much, you're just trying to get something positive going. And even if it doesn't alter the outcome of this week's game, Mike, you're trying to build on some things that you can take into next week's practice, build off of and learn from, and hopefully carry it into next week's game to hopefully have a lot better performance, especially here offensively.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Indianapolis, that is their second. A minute 25 left to go in the contest.
At the 28-yard line.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track. For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and now he's going to bring up 3rd and real long.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So a road win here for the Bills. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game